Hey y'all, how y'all doing? What's up? What's up? So it looks like Stormy may not have to pay Cal Evanko a single penny, y'all. She may not have to pay him anything. Now let me tell you why I'm saying this. I listened to Girl Is That Legal, her commentary on the situation. She's a content creator here on YouTube, and she's also a lawyer. And she broke down the lawsuit that Kyle is claiming that he's going to pose against Stormy of Canvas Beauty, that is. And well, Stormy still of Love and Marriage Huntsville as well. Yeah, she broke some things down, and Stormy may not have to pay Kyle anything. Maybe. Depends completely and entirely upon their contractual agreement. And even though Kyle spelled things out in his statements on Instagram, stating certain things, some of those things may not hold up in court. Yes, y'all. So let's get into this commentary. Quick disclaimer before anyone assumes that I am trying to vindicate Stormy or if I'm trying to vindicate Kyle. I am doing neither. Okay. I'm just simply talking about what Girl Is That Legal reported and my commentary and takeaway of the things that she said and things that I think you guys might find interesting. Okay. So here we go. Okay, so here's the first faux pas that Kyle may have done in this situation with his grievance against Stormy Still, owner CEO of Canvas Beauty. Now I ain't saying he was wrong for doing this, because if it was me, I probably would have done the same, especially if I was mad and big hurt and I felt like I wanted to punch you in the gut. I would have done this. So he may have messed up, y'all, by taking his grievance to social media. Yeah. And Girl Is That Illegal made a good point. She said that she may have been, Stormy and her team or company may have been interested in offering him a certain type of severance package or whatever if he had not taken things to social media in order to keep him quiet about the situation. And y'all know how Stormy feels, y'all. Y'all watch her on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and she is big on people coming for her and her business. And I could see her definitely considering issuing him some hush money to keep this stuff out of the social media. And the fact that the first thing he did was went and blasted it to everybody, which once again, y'all, I can see where I ain't mad at him for doing it, because I see why he did it. He was being super petty, really, with doing it. Not to say that people can't just come on social media and tell their business without it being considered petty, but you gotta consider it with Kyle and Stormy. Kyle was very close to Stormy and also knew and understood how badly she did not like people criticizing her company in the media. Y'all even seen her on Love and Marriage Huntsville. She did not want to be criticized concerning her business practices in front of other people. So that was a very sore spot for her. And I feel like Kyle allegedly knew that. And he took by the way, all things said in my commentary is alleged and is in my very own opinion. Okay. I think he took what he knew about Stormy and her feelings, and the first thing he did when she made him mad is take her business to the streets, because he knew that'd be the one thing she hated the most, the one thing she did not want him to do. And that's what he did as soon as possible. Okay. So yeah, he might have, like they say, crippled himself by doing that. I was going to say another word, but I can't say that on YouTube. He may have harmed himself by coming and bringing it to social media. The second thing is Kyle may not be able to sue Stormy for wrongful termination, because in his statement he made on social media, he made many statements as if he was a contractor. He mentioned partnership and the like, and he really didn't pose himself as an employee. But I just thought about something. There is another way that there's very murky waters on his position, the actual role that Kyle had at Canvas Beauty. And this girl is that legal. She made a very good point. He really should have kept this off of social media and consulted with an attorney concerning all this. Maybe he did already, and the attorney says fine if you go ahead and take it to social media. Maybe that's what he did. But she says he all the information that he gave on social media could harm his case, because he started spelling out all the things that he was doing, and a lot of that positions him as more of like a consultant versus being an employee. Now, however, also in my what I recall in his post is that he also mentioned helping her package up products in the store, I mean in the warehouse. He also helped with payroll, just a bunch of different things. And then he also mentioned that she was like, well, from here on out, I want to be the one in contact with the vendors. I want to be the one in contact with TikTok, etc., etc. So to me, it appeared like he was doing more than just a consultant. Because my opinion of a consultant is they kind of tell you where to go, what to do, and then they allow you to hire certain people to take on those roles, or you yourself take on certain roles and get things done. And that person just simply acts as a consultant. Now, in Kyle's statement, he did mention that Stormy got mad at him for bringing up the financials, and also her stating that he didn't move to hire certain people that she asked him to hire. So, in that saying, is that maybe he was supposed to act as a consultant, but he also was not, I guess, consulting with her about making certain moves in the business that would help her stay more stable and keep things together. Thirdly, I think we're on number 3. Thirdly, Kyle, uh, well, Stormy told Kyle that he cannot have it, he's under a non-compete for 24 months. And but the thing with that is that according to girl is that legal, what she was saying was it is currently, now they're supposed to be the Biden administration are trying to make it illegal for people to put certain non-compete compliance in situations where people are leaving jobs and leaving positions. However, currently a non-compete is still a viable thing. Like, companies can say that you cannot compete with other companies currently. However, when they do say it's a non-compete compete, that they have to also issue you a certain amount of salary to go along with that non-compete clause. So if that is the case, Stormy would allegedly would owe Kyle some sort of compensation for whatever amount of time for that non-compete. Also, now Kyle, maybe if he actually indeed come on to Stormy's business, onto Canvas Beauty as a partner, and if it is within their contract that he is owed certain equities within the company, she would have to pay that. However, I agree with this as well as what Girl Is That Legal was saying. It sounds like a lot of the stuff was probably more of a verbal conversation versus being an actual written contract. Because I feel like if it was a written contract or something like that, he might have chose to include and spell that out in his Instagram statement. And I don't think it was an Instagram statement, but I'm just saying what he put out on Instagram. I think he would have probably spelled that out. Now, I do know in some states, verbal agreements are considered actual legal binding contracts. Like, for instance, in Missouri, a lot of verbal agreements and statements in the state of Missouri when it comes to real estate can be considered a legal and binding contract. I know that stands as well in like California, but I mean, it depends on the type of contract, of course, but I don't know if that's the situation in the state of Alabama, but that's a possibility. That's a possibility that if it depends on the law there in Alabama, if verbal agreements can be considered legal and binding, then that's some issues and things like that that will play out in court. So, but basically, how it's pinning out, you guys, is that Kyle, unless he has a written contractual agreement for a lot of the things that he said he contributed and did for Stormy and her company, he may find himself up a very tall, steep, slippery hill and trying to get compensation for what he feels like he's owed. Okay. Yeah, because it's some confusion. I think even you guys probably picked up on that as well. It's like, was he acting as an employee? Was he acting as a consultant? Was he an actual partner? Like, what was his role? And even you can see in his statement, he said that she had to be like, well, send me all your roles and your duties and things like that. Because I think between the two of them, it was like this buddy type friendship type thing. And it really should have been more business and way more contractual type of relationship, so that things could be spelled out clearly in black and white and not get muddy. And as we can see now, not get very, very messy. Okay. So that's all for me, you guys. Let me know what you all think considering what Kyle put out in his statements and what you think he'll actually be able to sue for, if he has a leg to stand on at all, y'all. So anyway, that's all for me, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. I will chat with you guys later. Bye-bye for now.